Hey everyone, welcome back to The Road to Superman. This is the web series where we report on every piece of breaking news and latest rumors regarding the DCU's Superman movie. This is episode 74, and today we have just found out that the Superman movie won't be revealing a teaser at the Super Bowl at all, which I thought would be the ideal time to share the brand new look at Superman. But according to Deadline, this is not what DC Studios think. Now, let me know in the comments below if you think passing on the Super Bowl is a good idea. But before we get into the article, I wanted to share with you Patrick's video that he tagged me in of him at home watching one of my episodes of The Road to Superman on his TV, and I absolutely loved this. This was such a cool and surreal thing for me to see, so I want to say a big thank you for him for tagging me in this video and for watching these episodes. And for all my viewers, feel free to take a photo or video of how or where you watch The Road to Superman and tag me in them, and I will share them in each episode of The Road to Superman. So if you want to feature in the next episode, make sure to tag me at Our Movie News on Instagram or Twitter with a photo or video of you watching The Road to Superman. But now, anyway, on with the article. The title reads, Jurassic World Rebirth, Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning among expected Super Bowl movie trailers. And within the article, they say the following. Sitting out this year are Sony, Warner Brothers, Netflix, Amazon MGM Studios, and Lionsgate. It's not expected that Apple Studios will have anything either. The last time Warner's made a big play during the Super Bowl was for 2023's The Flash. James Gunn's Superman won't have a new spot. Those trailers aired during the AFC and NFC Championship games last weekend. So there will be no teaser at the Super Bowl for Superman, and with how the Flash movie turned out after promoting themselves at the Super Bowl, maybe that was the main factor that put them off. But we do know that they are already going to be sharing the new teaser at the Puppy Bowl this year instead. So not quite the Super Bowl, but it is still on the same day, and maybe it will appeal to more kids, which is a very important demographic for this movie to appeal to, and the teaser won't cost DC Studios anything as Warner Brothers Discovery own Animal Planet, which is where the Puppy Bowl is being broadcasted from. So cost-wise, this does make sense, and at least they still will be there on the day, just at a different event. Now, the average cost for a 30-second TV spot at the Super Bowl is $7 million, and that does give you access to roughly 60 million people worldwide who are tuning into it live. And Deadline confirms that last year's event reached 123.7 million viewers across live broadcast and streaming. So that is a massive audience that you can reach out to. But there is no guarantee how many people will go see the Superman film because of a Super Bowl TV spot. And with the number of other huge movies that are also promoting at the Super Bowl, the issue could be that the Superman teaser gets overshadowed, meaning that $7 million would be an utter waste of money. Not only that, but the movie would still be around 4 months away compared to other films being promoted that would only be a month or two away, meaning while Superman might get quite a bit of excitement with the TV spot, it could be forgotten quite easily as the other movies being promoted come out far sooner. However, with Jurassic World and Fantastic Four also having TV spots at the event, which are the two major competitors for Superman in July, audiences might focus on those two films over Superman. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It is expensive and would cause DC Studios to spend money on a teaser that might get overshadowed by other movies releasing sooner, and maybe most of the attention comes online, which is actually free. But at the same time, you have two of its major competitors showing up to the Super Bowl, and Superman could be left out of the conversation to some of the general audience if they don't show up. What I would say though is that we have already got our first full teaser for the movie. It even broke records with how many people saw it. On YouTube alone, it has over 50 million views, whereas there's been no official teaser released for either of its competitors. So I would say the Super Bowl is more important for them than it is for Superman in terms of showcasing their films for the first time. So what DC Studios is doing is relying on the social media conversation to make up for the lack of Super Bowl audience, and it could come across as a cheap move if not successful, but if it is successful, then it's just marketing genius and proves that you don't need a Super Bowl TV spot to beat your competitors at the box office. You just need to use your online presence and time it with the big event. I feel that this Krypto teaser will be targeted towards bringing in the younger audience. The first full teaser was to capture people's attention, which they did very well, but now they are specifically targeting the younger audience who may be pulled in with Krypto. And we have seen that if you get get kids invested in movies, then they become massive box office hits. Because kids can't go see a movie on their own. They have to go out with their parents. So if you get a family of 3, 4, or even 5, just because the kids want to see Superman, then you're bringing in a lot of money. So I see the benefit of this, and when trying to get the next generation invested in DC, this is a very clever way of doing that. My only counter to this, and it's not a major deal, but why not also do a Super Bowl teaser as well? If you're getting the Puppy Bowl teaser for free, then it's not exactly like you have to choose one or the other because the costs are too high to spend money on both. You could do both and target different demographics at the same time. I can't imagine the full-length teaser that will be released online will just be of Krypto. So why not maybe have the Puppy Bowl TV spot as Krypto-centric and the Super Bowl TV spot as either also Krypto-centric or have it as a patriotic Superman-centric ad, and then the full-length trailer that is shared online is either a mixture of both or just a longer version that has been shared to both audiences. I just think missing out on that large audience from the Super Bowl might be a waste. And I don't think the argument of the Flash film doing badly even though it had a Super Bowl trailer is a very fair observation, because I think there were many factors that hurt that movie. It had the second highest viewership last year out of all the trailers, but I think what ruined its chance of making more money was the drama with Ezra Miller, the poor word of mouth as most didn't actually like it, the lack of interest in the DCEU as Gunn confirmed everything was rebooting, and I would also say the poor CGI. I don't think the Super Bowl could have saved it, but the fact it still had 97 million views in the first 24 hours is incredible, and imagine that number of viewers on a rebooted Superman movie. The true start of the DCU needs to reach as many people as possible so they know this is a brand new fresh start with a new Superman film. Even Deadline states, it cannot be denied, the Super Bowl generally translates into big box office. So the Flash's box office was an anomaly with how many views it got, and I think if the movie was a lot better and didn't have the reputation it had, then the movie would have made double what it actually made. So if this Superman movie is as good as it sounds and has the demand it already has, surely investing in a Super Bowl teaser would make sense. This is honestly a scenario I see both sides of the argument to. Yet again, this doesn't really affect me specifically as I will be seeing all of these movies, especially Superman, but my concern is just with the general audience and how they perceive DC away from Batman. It's not exactly like they have the greatest reputation, and so I feel like they need as much attention on this movie as possible to increase the chances of it being successful. This isn't just another DC movie. I would say this is the most important DC movie of all time. If this flops, then say goodbye to a connected universe and probably to DC movies altogether other than Batman. You need to get the general audience on your side, and if you can sell them Superman, then the more likely it is for them to go see the other DCU movies released after it. But I will end it there today. I've voiced my concerns with this decision, but can also completely understand why they wouldn't want to do this. But I do want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. But that is all for today's episode of The Road to Superman. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an episode. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!